All right, well, my clock says 12. And, bless you. So let's get started. Welcome to the special meeting of the Delray Oaks City Council. Today is Monday, February 7th, and it's noon. Please, Karen, could you do a roll call? Or Randy, whoever.
Councilmember Shirley.
Here.
Councilmember Donaldson.
Here.
Councilmember Gagliotti.
Here.
Councilmember Lintel.
Here.
Mayor Kerr.
Here. So we're all in attendance. At this time, I'd like to open it up for any public comments that deal with matters pertaining to the jurisdiction of the city. Public may comment on any other matter listed at the time it's being considered. There's no time limit, or excuse me, there is a time limit of no more than 3 minutes. No action will be taken. Any public comment? So we're going to go ahead and close it, and we're going to move on to new business. Resolution 2022-02 CAL FIRE grant. I'd like to turn it over to our city manager.
Yeah, thank you. So this is a grant that we apply for frequently. It's to mitigate wildfire risk by cleaning out undergrowth and fuel, wildfire fuel. It's a short turnaround for the grant application. So that's why we had to have this special meeting to approve, for you all to consider the resolution to approve us applying for the grant. And Randy, you want to jump in on when the grant's due?
So, do you mind me here? So the grant's going to be due on Wednesday at 3 o'clock to actually turn in the application. So we are maybe 90% done with it right now. I will share the screen. I actually have some stuff this time.
Okay.
Give me a second. So can you see this?
Yep.
Okay, so here is the project area is going to be in green, and that's going to be basically the entire Work Memorial Park parcel. So we're planning on clearing that out, and then according to the Monterey County fire plan, the former Fort Ord parcel is considered a high fire hazard zone, as well as Highway 68. So I did mark those on the map to show the location. Here is our initial budget. Ron's going to be the indirect costs. It's not listed up in the salaries and wages, but Rodriguez Tree Surface is the ones who are going to be doing the work, and they're at 194,000. And then for supplies, Valley Saw and gardening equipment is supplying new chainsaws and a lot of electric equipment. So Ron can be converted over to all the electric equipment by 2024, I believe he said. So hopefully if we get that, then that'll be taken care of, and we won't need to budget for that later on. I put indirect costs for 12,000 for Ron's budget for 280 hours at his normal rate. So that's going to be for the project about 35 days, so he can actually supervise it. And here's just an estimate. This is the equipment list, or the supply list, I should say. It's not equipment because everything's under $5,000, but a lot of this stuff is just electric batteries, stuff like that. And then here is the quote for Rodriguez to do the entire Work Memorial area. And that is at 194,000. And that's about it. The scope of work is going to be the same as last year, just clear out all the fire fuel, either through mastication, chipping, pruning, and then anything that is not chipped is going to be hauled off to a biomass facility for composting. And then once this is all done, once I can finish the scope of work today, I should have a greenhouse gas estimate reduction form, which is required by CAL FIRE to estimate the amount of carbon we're taking out of the system.
And so Randy, so the work's a little bit bigger than last year, right? Because last year we were just doing Via Verde.
We were just doing, yeah, correct. We were just doing Via Verde. And because it looked like last year, all the grants were given out to higher amounts, and we were really low relatively to everyone else. So I increased it about $100,000 to do the entire Work Memorial Park parcel.
Yeah, we were encouraged by CAL FIRE to think bigger. So with that, I guess we could take questions, right, Randy?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So let's start with Vice Mayor Gagliotti.
Yeah, thank you. Totally in support of the existing scope of work. I am curious, in the spirit of thinking bigger, why aren't we considering the four-door property? Because there is a lot of fuel out there that needs to be worked with or worked on.
So from my understanding is we're not doing that, including that is because we want to get the Gavilan crew to actually go out there and continue the work that they're doing.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. Ron said there might be a conflict because we won't be able to get the Gavilan crew out there because we're using CAL FIRE to clear it. So therefore it would fall back on us to actually do all the maintenance. So
Okay.
we didn't do a cost analysis on it, but I'm guessing it's going to be cheaper on our end to let the Gavilan crew take care of it as opposed to Ron's salary having to clear out the land.
Okay. John Gerton, could you at some point give us kind of a report on what we're going to be doing for our, kind of our fire, our fire safety out on the Fort Ord property? This is outside of the scope of this meeting, but if you could you put that on your list of kind of things just for later?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, great. And those are my questions.
All right, Ms. Lintel.
Yes, we're going to clear out everything in the Work Memorial land. Is that true, Randy?
So as far as the trees, we're just going to be trimming and pruning. It's mainly for the ivy, the undergrowth. We're not going to be touching any of the things that would be considered, we'd have to get a CEQA permit for. So we're staying away from the creek mainly. I still have to go over with Denise Duffy and Aaron Harway about that, just to make sure that all our ducks are in a row on as far as that goes. But it's mainly just all the undergrowth and just pruning, trimming out the trees. It's mainly ground cover. Is what we're
And cleaning out the dead trees. When you look across from City Hall, you see the dead trees standing up. It'll be getting rid of those as well.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Donaldson.
No, I don't have any questions. I just want to say thanks to Randy and Ron for the great initiative on this and for the work of the rest of the staff as well. I really appreciate it. It definitely needs it, and it's going to make a huge difference.
Ms. Shirley.
Yeah, I was just curious, when was the last time this type of work was done for Work Memorial or along Via Verde? When was the last time we did this? Does anyone know?
Ron?
Yeah, I don't think it's ever happened since I've been here, and it's been an eyesore since I've been employed here, and I keep looking at that Via Verde, and we got some dead limbs and hangers in the top, a lot of ivy, and all that needs to be skirted up, and the side needs to be masticated as well as the Work Memorial, and that's what the scope of work's going to be. It's lifting and raising, taking out ivy, clearing out any dead hangers that could be potential hazard for people walking by, and also in that same vein, having clearance for PD and myself to be able to have a visual for any transient activity. So we're killing about 3 birds with 1 stone. But to your original question, Kim, we've never done it since I've been here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm really glad you guys are doing it. This seems really beneficial. So, and then just one other quick question: the bid that we got, do we go out for multiple bids, or is this the company that we go to for these sorts of things?
We didn't go out and get multiple bids, only for the simple fact is we're like at the 11th hour right now. So, and he was the original contractor I had for Via Verde, so it was easier for him to already have the scope and part of the project already written out and ready to go. So
yeah, okay.
Normally that's what we would do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great. Good work, Randy, Ron. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And again, I'll have that letter to you by tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
So thank you for defining what clearing it out means. When I heard clear it out, it was like, does everything go? I was down at the garden center the other day, and there's a eucalyptus that is leaning badly. Are some of those items also going to be addressed in this? Those eucalyptus cost us some money, when one came down, and luckily it didn't, it could have been legal based on those apartments back there. Is cleaning that up also included in this?
Got
It's,
that, Ron? Go ahead, Ron.
can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I know exactly that tree you're talking about. So that falls on Monterey County. And I've reached out to them previously a year ago about that for concerns of that falling. And then Maury had the maintenance shop right there. So that was my main concern. They've cleared out. But we went through that issue. I don't know if you remember when the trees fell
Mhm.
up above, and then the resident there was trying to get the city to pay for the repairs. And then I went out, we had a survey done, and we figured out that we only go about just less than halfway up the creek side, and then the rest is all Monterey. So we won't be doing that side. It'll be the north side from Safeway down to Rosita. That'll be the side that gets taken care of.
Okay. And no creek action along Angeles?
Well, I always do the weeding along the curb,
Okay.
and which was just done like I think last week, but that's normal maintenance, Mayor.
Okay. And are you expecting, are we anticipating 35 days total of work, or is that just for you? How long
No,
will it take before all this is done? If
Yeah,
we
it's
get the
gonna be-
grant?
Yeah, it's gonna be 30 days at least. So right around that range. I mean, I would hope we get it done sooner, but it's a lot of work in there, and it's a lot of monotonous handwork as well as a guy climbing in there and taking those dead limbs out. So we're right in that range of 30 days.
I'm really looking forward to all that ivy being gone on those trees. You know,
Me as
because,
well.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
just strangling them. Randy, did you have something?
Yeah, I just want to add that according to the contract, we have until 2026 to complete everything. So we have plenty of time. It's not going to be an issue as far as time.
When would we know? So this is due on Wednesday. When will we know if we get it?
We should be notified. It looks like September.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it took us a few months before we were notified, the last one we applied for. And that was just to let us know that we didn't get it. So
Okay.
I'm assuming we should be notified sooner rather than later than last year, but you never know.
But it sounds like someone's cultivating a relationship with them, you know, which is critical with all grants, right? Because it sounds like we're asking for more money based on feedback. Is that a John Gerton conversation?
No, actually, Ron has been the one cultivating that relationship. Yeah.
Great. I think it's really, those are really important. Grantors give to people, not necessarily projects. So
Right.
I have no more questions. Let's go out to the public. Seeing none, I'll bring it back. Any last comments before we entertain a motion? Anybody want to move?
Yeah, Mayor, I move that we accept resolution, was it 2022-02, the CAL FIRE grant for authorization with CAL FIRE prevention grant program.
I'll second. Karen, could you please do a roll call vote?
Councilmember Shirley,
Yes?
Councilmember Donaldson,
Aye.
Councilmember Lintel,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Gagliotti,
Aye.
Mayor Kerr.
Aye, so it passes unanimously. Thank you all for that hard work, and I hope this time we get it. On that, we are adjourned. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody.
Have a good day.
For
Bye,
taking the
everybody.
time to be here with us today.